Shivangi Valke. I am the founder of Thrive with Mentoring. And Thrive with Mentoring is a program that actually gets women mentees, with senior leaders, women mentors, to help them with their development. And I'm joined here by the lovely Sanjana Shirke. Sanjana is a Thrive mentor from Mumbai. Hi, Sanjana.
Hello, a very proud mentee.
A very proud mentee indeed. Sanjana, tell us something about yourself before we start talking about mentoring.
So I myself am at a very interesting threshold of my career. Very briefly, I currently manage talent development for Group M Media India. And before this, for about 6.5 years, I managed the learning portfolio, which includes trainings and customized interventions for our people. And after 6.5 years in that role, I have now been elevated to manage talent development, which includes organizational development. Yeah, and what has happened through mentoring is, my mentor has been able to demystify a lot around organizational development for me. So, it's around change management, it's around diversity, leadership development, high pod development, succession planning, all these things that happen in mature organizations. And it's high time we sort of did it in my organization too. So, which is why, at an interesting stage of my career, I thought I would reach out to someone who can help me achieve my goal.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for that, Sanjana. Mentoring is something that we sort of have an idea of. I think most of us have had informal mentors. These might be uncles and cousins and aunts and, sometimes friends, etc. But there is some structure and some formality that Thrive is bringing to this mentoring relationship, right? We get you to set mentoring objectives, to actually talk about what is it that you're focusing on. And it is a year-long relationship. I know you've had a few meetings with your mentor already. How do these meetings actually work out, Sanjana? What happens in these meetings? Can you demystify that for us?
Yeah, so mentoring for me is, someone who can guide you. That's an expert who can guide you towards a well-defined goal, right? At the end of the day, it's my goal. It's what I have to do to succeed. It's my dreams. It's my task back at work, right? So I look at mentoring as a process of an expert coming on board who can help structure thoughts, right? Help prioritize all that you want to do in your new role. And in a very sort of focused manner, help you achieve that goal. Now, during that process, what has also happened, otherwise it sounds very linear, right? You set a goal and there is a conversation and it happens. But during this process, what happens is that the mentor really listens to you and actually helps you also realize what more you need to do, what differently you need to do, right, to achieve your goal. So in this case, while prioritizing my task, my mentor made me realize that I need to step out of just the industry that I manage, and I need to reach out to experts in the same field, in talent development, who are outside of my industry, who can bring a lot more richness to what I can then apply back in my organization. So the process that really, and we've had, I think, we're going to get into a third session now, but it's and we met informally also, before. So it's the process really that we're following is, I talk first and I give an understanding of what's really happening in my part of the world, and then my mentor really helps to structure from there on what are the 2 or 3 things that I want to focus on. And again, it's up to me, right? She just asks the question, she listens. And from there, at the end of the session, it goes on for about an hour and a half or so. And we end up with some very clear action steps that I have to, achieve over the next 3 or 4 weeks. So because we talk in depth for at least an hour and a half or so, we keep our sessions to once a month, and that's really working. So it gives me enough time to follow through on the actions, to make my calls, to put down my plans. And I need to go back with something very concrete back to my mentor, to show that I'm doing something with all of that.
Excellent. I think you've given a very good picture. And I think that's what we are asking, the Thrive mentors and mentees to meet with each other every month. We put a minimum requirement of 60 minutes. I know a lot of people might do 90, 120, depends really on how the relationship progresses. But this accountability, some of it is asking that quality of questions that helps you to structure, but then prioritizing what you need to do, because we are all overwhelmed with the number of options that we have, right?
Absolutely.
In making that person, sort of, bringing it to light, saying, okay, these are the things that I'm going to do. And then, somebody's going to follow up with you in a month's time, right? Especially when I watch Sanjana and and I face that myself, this urgent versus important dilemma, right? We're always like, this needs to be done. And we know these things are important, but they're not as urgent and they get down prioritized. And I think learning comes from actually working on those things which are important for you. So I really like the way that you've said that you set particular goals and then you follow up. And this process, at least with Thrive, we hope that it will continue for 1 year. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And it's a reiterative process, right? I mean, like you mentioned, yes, we would like you to create mentoring objectives. There is a mentoring contract, etc. But then as the relationship evolves, you need to see, how you need to flex with these mentoring conversations that you're having.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Because, see, the industry that I work in is also extremely dynamic. So, what I may envisage as a goal 3 months down the line may change in the next month. So what we are doing with my mentor is setting 30, very, very like sort of, what are you going to do in 30 days? Not what you're going to do over the next 1 year, right? Because again, so she's following my pace, right? Mm-hmm. She comes with a lot of knowledge. She comes with a lot of process enhancement, but we are clearly going as per what my organization is also sort of looking for, so we're able to, we're breaking it down. We're doing 30 days and we're again meeting, checking in, there may be some things that we need to do differently, and again, setting something for the next 30 days.
Sure.
So going about it that way. And that to me really helps short term and really hard hitting stuff.
Yeah. Great. Well, thank you very much, Sanjana. Is there one piece of advice that you would like to give to potential Thrive mentees?
I'd say, honestly, find a mentor who matches your wavelength. The chemistry has to be right? So look out for that mentor who matches, and then completely show your commitment and passion to this, because you do not want to be in any way wasting another person's time. And similarly, you don't want to do just injustice to yourself. So I'd say bring your passion and your wholehearted commitment to it, and you would see the results.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Sanjana. Thanks for your time. And hope to see you soon. Take care.
Oh, yes. Bye, Shivangi.
Bye for now. Bye.